September was a busy month for the Troy Police Department. As previously reported, there was a rash of crime, both violent and otherwise. Some have pointed fingers at the administration, claiming it's soft on criminals. But today, I discovered what's at the root of most of the city's crime and the historic efforts the PD is making to control it. There have been drive-by shootings, burglaries, muggings, and assaults all in the past few weeks. Troy's recent spike in crime goes hand in hand with the booming drug trade in the city.
More crack cocaine. I was in the detective bureau for 13 years, and I knew there was drugs in the city. I didn't know where there was this money.
Detective Sergeant John Colaneri, supervisor of special operations, says in 2012 the department made 118 drug arrests. Through September of 2013, they're already at 113, and it knows no bounds.
We actually saw a drug dealer do his business, and his kid gets off the school bus, and he meets the kid on the from the school bus and walks him up to the house.
Where there's drugs, there's weapons, handguns, AK-47s. So why is the problem so severe in Troy? Location. For dealers, Troy is a gateway to the Capital Region and beyond. Colaneri says there's heavy drug traffic between the city and southern Vermont.
Route 7, we found, is a nexus for these drugs going from New York City right up.
The PD has risen to the challenge. The special ops team has grown from 4 to 8 members and is constantly surveilling suspects with better technology. It takes time, but they've had what some are calling historic success of late, recovering large amounts of drugs and cash.
$31,000 in cash, 100 grams of heroin, 443 bags of heroin, $115,000.
Colaneri says, unfortunately, most drug dealers get off with a plea deal and wind up right back on the streets where they try to learn from their mistakes, coming up with new places to hide their drugs, like in fake beverage cans, even hot chocolate containers.
It actually has hot chocolate in it.
Is the war on drugs a battle that can actually be won? Probably not. But Colaneri says that doesn't mean they won't try.
There's a lot out there.
Detective Sergeant Colaneri says a major assist in the war on drugs has been coming from city residents fed up with the drug activity and calling in tips or submitting information online. Colaneri says it's important to keep them coming.
And speaking of drugs, hundreds of marijuana plants discovered in one local county during a growing investigation. The New York State Police Aviation Unit assisted in the operation that was held back on September 18th. The plants were found throughout Montgomery County, but police say one location on Log Town Road in the town of Root had high-quality plants labeled as critical mass. That's a specific name for a strain of marijuana. Still no arrests have been made.